feel a vibe, hustle on the ride. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. All she want is time, all she want is time. Look me in my eyes, call me on my live. Lock the city down till the summertime. Time to slice these niggas up some humble pie. Caravan of fours, let my youngin' drive.
We are back. So we are so grateful to be here. As you guys know, all of our subscribers, all of our viewers, everybody that's tuning in. And we want to make sure that you guys know that we are super appreciative that you guys are watching, that you guys are listening. We actually got some feedback. Not only did we get like the verbal, the text messages, the emails, but we actually got some comments and some feedback. So my co-host here, my wonderful co-host, she's going to actually walk us through a comment that we got, and we want to make sure that you guys know that we are paying attention. We are listening, and we want to make sure that we are connecting with you guys, and that you guys know that we want to make sure that we continue this feedback, that we continue to connect with you guys. So she's going to walk us through a comment that we got that we feel like is super important to today's topic and conversation, because as you guys know, we just got out of Mental Health Awareness Month, and we're going to continue that. It's going to go into rolling into our conversation today. As you guys know, we're going to be talking about Black mental health awareness as well. So Lay, what did we get a comment about, Lay?
So as we are in June for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, we got a really good comment on the sideline with T.O. He said the issue usually isn't just men don't open up, it's what happens after they do. If opening up only creates risk, why would I keep doing it? Women tend to say men say they want emotional safety, but when I try to help, they shut down or they make me carry everything. The deeper conversation is really about safe vulnerability, not just open up. Because most men don't mind opening up to the right person.
Yeah.
They mind opening up and then regretting it. That's probably why you hear a lot of men say, I'll handle it myself. Not because they feel nothing, just because experience taught them vulnerability can cost them. I love that.
I love that.
For me, it very much opened up another side of just what men go through, and men's mental health is super, super big to me. And for me to read that was just kind of like, I always say like, open up and da-da-da, but are we really creating a real safe space for them?
Right. Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of women don't know how to create or give them that space in whatever dynamic. A lot of men just don't feel safe. That's just the end of it.
I think like just as a clinician, I see all type of people. I see them coming in no matter what race they are. But I think like especially as the Black man, you think about it. Why is it that they come in, oh, I'm good. I'm like, are you really?
Yeah.
You can say that about the Black woman too as well. Latino woman as well, but it's just like, are you really good, Black man? What do you really have to talk about? And sometimes when you think about it on the other side of the spectrum, is it that you really don't feel safe enough to tell me that? Why is it that though?
And I really feel like we're conditioned. We're so conditioned to be like, I'm good. Even for myself, just because if I'm not, what you gonna do about it?
Oh, 100%. Are you gonna do anything? Can you solve my problem?
Can you really help me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not discrediting anybody that can help.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? But I feel like we're so conditioned, and especially Black men out here, what are y'all gonna do if I say I'm not?
Yeah.
And then when I open up, just like that comment, you're not. 9 times out of 10, a woman is just waiting to reply. She's not really listening.
Yeah.
I'm not really listening to what I gotta say to help me.
I think about it when you think about communication. Like I'm in a space as a therapist. I'm always teaching people how to communicate, right? And it's just like, you have to teach people not only how to teach them how to respond, but you have to teach them also to how to be active listeners, right? To be supportive listeners too at the same time. It's just like, how can you teach them how to be listening? How can you teach them how to be reflective listeners too? It's not just about being an active listener. How can you reflect on, oh, you know what? You said X, Y, and Z, and it's because like a lot of times people are like, They'll be so quick to respond. And that's women a lot of times. You know, like,
sure. Because
wrong.
and it doesn't have to be something I don't like. But if you're sitting here talking and I'm listening, I do this all the time with voice notes. Okay. If you send me a long voice note, I try to text through it because I'm ready to respond to that one thing you said at 1 minute and it's already 5 minutes. Yeah. So I don't want to forget what I wanted to say. Yes. I'm so quick to respond. Sometimes I'll be like, just listen. Yes, please. Just listen. Yeah. You know? And I'll even tell people I'm texting through this. I'm still listening to the voice message, but I don't want to forget. But actively talking, my mind is on that one response. So you keep talking, I'm not really listening no more. Right. And don't let it be emotional. Don't let it be a man that I'm talking to and you said your girl coworker said who? I don't even know what you said after that, but you said a woman coworker. I don't like that. So now my mind is so stuck on that one part.
Yes.
Because that's where it creates a
100%. Because I would tell you this, like a lot of times, I mean, of course, you know, I like to say my niche. I don't like to say my expertise because I think like at the end of the day, like especially as a clinician, I mean, I'm very choosy about the words that I use, especially as being even licensed. It's just like in terms of me specializing in terms of who I support, right? But like when we're teaching, it's the same thing. It's just like I'm teaching you how to be an active listener in terms of how you can respond. Oh, this is what you said? Okay, I can understand that. You know, but like so many people are so quick and like just what you said, like I heard female coworker. That's all they're listening to. But you didn't hear that they said X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that kind of like just went over your head. Yeah. No, you need to actually listen to what actually transpired and what actually listened. And like I'm always in this position as somebody who's an educator and someone who actually is in this mode of being a teacher. I also have to teach people how to communicate. And it's crazy because I mean I would be the first person to tell you as somebody who's, you know, an African American woman, like, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, we don't always come from spaces that people would teach us how to communicate.
Oh yeah, no. I feel like I have to teach myself.
Oh, 100%. And you know, you as being someone who is also you know, I work with the youth, but you also work with the youth. It's really a due diligence as far as making sure that we are doing right by the youth, but also teaching them the right coping skills, the right communication skills. Because, I mean, as I work with adolescents, I'm always trying to help them remodel the way that they communicate, even with their parents, you know, like, you know, I can speak for myself as being the oldest and having 2 younger sisters, like, and they can probably say the same thing too as well. Like, if we said something, my mom give us this eye. It's like this current look, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did you say? It's not like, not even said that what you said, is how you said it. It's about human decency and like having the respect and the honor of respecting your elders. You know, so I think a lot of times it's just as people, we respond more so to what they said, in a sense of how they said it. It's not like really what they said exactly, you know? So it's like, you know, in a sense of what you're telling me right now is like, I heard you say female coworker. It's just like, okay, did you listen to the concept of what I said? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, even when you think about the black man, you know, they're trying to express themselves and they're trying to tell you something that they feel or they were, you know, they then, and like, you know, you think about, and I can only speak from a black woman, they're like, well, you blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, okay, we're way off topic of conversation. Now I don't even feel safe enough to come to you to speak about certain things because now you're talking about something that's completely off topic.
And you're probably saying it in an attacking way.
Oh, yes.
It just goes 100%. Back to how you're saying, it's how you say it.
Yes.
So if you're saying something to me in a certain tone and I feel attacked, I shut down. You know, so how you say it is going to affect how I feel. Because I could say one thing in a very attacking way and now I feel attacked and I could say it in a soft way and we can have a conversation. And even for myself, I have to literally teach myself, you're talking at this person. Talk to them. And to myself. When I feel attacked, I'm like, why do I feel so like you said this and I feel so triggered because you're talking at me.
I'm glad that you said that though, because I think like even when I talk to people, like I talk to these like, you know, obviously working at a residential facility for mental health and substance abuse. I work with a lot of adolescents. And sometimes they come in there and they're so mad and they're talking about their parents. And, you know, a lot of times they're valid, you know what I'm saying? But like when I see them and they talk, as soon as they talk to their parents and I see them just, I get what you mean. And I'm going to let you know that I'm going to reassure your parents that, hey, you know, this is what they meant by that. But I understand like the way that they went about it is kind of like in a disrespectful tone. And I'm working on that. I'm working like, Hey, you can be assertive. Yeah. Heavy on the assertiveness, right? But there's a difference between all these communication styles, right? There's like, different, like I would say, there's 4, but there's assertiveness, which is the cute one you want, right? And there's the passiveness, really those you don't want. There's the aggressiveness, really what you don't want. Because we see that all the time. I mean, just think about like where you come from. People can be really aggressive in what they want, but like one thing that also too is the one in between is the passive aggressiveness. Correct me if I'm wrong if you've seen that a lot.
I used to do it.
Yes,
That's me.
I do as well because we learned that.
Yeah. And too, I think depending on how you grew up.
Yes.
I kind of taught myself to be that person. Not really saying like, no, I'm very nonchalant. I'm very like whatever. But growing up the way that I did, passive aggressive is very much. I see it. I do it. It feels easy because there's less emotion.
Oh yeah.
It takes the emotion out of it. Yes. So if I don't want to feel,
you kind of want to say like it's a defense mechanism.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's a way to protect yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't healthy.
Oh, it's not. It's really not. But
because I do it. It's very unhealthy. Yeah. It's something I'm working on, to this day. But it's very much it is. I feel like I'm protecting myself, and I think being younger, that was kind of like everything. I just want to protect myself. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about the long run. I'm not thinking about if it's healthy or it's not healthy. I just want to protect myself.
Yeah.
From feeling. Yeah. I don't want to feel like, I don't want to feel it. I just don't.
You really said something like right there though. Protecting myself from not feeling. I mean, when we think about, I don't always just make this about the Black man. Obviously, I don't know if that's a topic of conversation, but just think about the man itself. I mean, there's this theme about toxic masculinity, right? And a lot of times we run into that. And, there was, one of my good friends, he's actually, shout out to my friend Jason Brown. He's actually a life coach, does a lot of different things. He's from New York. Shout out to New York. We just got a win over there. But he tells me a lot. He's the life coach. Shout out. He just graduated too last year, but he was telling me something too as well, and I wanted to add, because I know we're talking about our comments, and I want to give a lot of different feedback from a lot of different, men that we've been getting feedback from. But he told me, he was like, I just want to thank you and Lay for giving feedback on how safe it is for us men to cry. I don't think that we as women too as well. I mean, I pride myself on making sure that I can create a safe place for men to be able to cry and to, do that. But like at the end of the day, I think me and you can create that space. But like I want us to be on here today so people can inform themselves and to like kind of take themselves back and like, damn, am I not creating a safe space for men to be able to feel like they can come to me and talk? Because sometimes we got to take a step back. And we have to be like, dang, is my reaction really interfering with the way that people are responding or how they're reacting or what they're not telling? Because sometimes we get caught up in the fact that, oh, well, why you didn't tell me that?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong if you didn't heard that.
Yeah. No.
Or you don't even ask that question. Well, why you didn't tell me that?
Yeah.
You ever thought about why somebody didn't tell you something?
This podcast is brought to you by the Brunch Book Club. We vibe, we eat, we drink. This is not your average book club. So follow me at the Brunch Book Club, spell club with a K, on Instagram.
You sit back and reflect. Have you ever thought why somebody didn't sit back and didn't tell you something? And when you sit back and you think like, dang, they didn't even feel safe enough to tell me that. I think for me as a therapist now, like when I look back and I think like, dang, I wasn't a safe place for some people to say that because of their fear of how they thought that I would react. I know back when I can look back and I wasn't in a good place, but like now, like how I pride myself in just kind of being a selfless person and trying to put my feelings to the side for somebody else to be in a safe place to think. Like I just think about other people and trying to teach them like, did you ever think about shutting up? I'm just saying, like, did you think about shutting up? So they can feel like they can respond and talk.
Yeah. And what's so crazy is because a lot of people would just be like, kind of the opposite of what you're saying, of saying like, it's so easy to talk to you. It's so just freeing. I could say X, Y, and Z. And I just came to the conclusion, like, I'm a good listener.
Yes.
Because I'd be shutting the fuck up.
I'd say, okay, let me shut my ass up real quick.
I really don't even want to talk.
Yes.
So I'm going to listen. But it always amazes me the feedback I get, like, dang, that was easy. You're easy to talk to. Because I ain't say nothing.
Maybe like, dang, was...
Like, I could just talk. But
that was cool.
A lot of people don't have that. And two, I wanted to say, having that space, a lot of people even presented the safe space, like, because it doesn't mean that you're not safe.
Yeah.
You can be very safe. Yeah. But even for myself, like, I had to learn, like, it's okay to cry.
Oh, yes.
Like, even when I feel safe.
Yes.
You know? And I remember in the middle of grievance, it was like, I put myself in positions constantly not to be alone because I didn't want to feel that. I didn't want to cry. And even if I felt like, I do want to cry right now, I would do any and everything.
Can I ask you a question? The moments when you didn't want to cry, what was that?
I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to. I don't want to feel nothing negative.
Yeah.
And that was very like foreign to me. I don't come from a household of emotions, so that's a very foreign thing. Even with the grief, even with everything, I ain't never really seen my mom cry. Like, I feel like with my mom, her mechanism is like, you don't see her clean.
Oh, yeah.
Really clean.
Oh, what?
Like, yeah. So, like, it wasn't no real, like, oh, she's grieving.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like, and not saying it wasn't safe for me, it just wasn't introduced.
Yeah.
So then I go into this shell that is just like, I'm going to distract myself from, okay, I kind of feel sad. I would literally go to the park by myself just to be around people, just to make me feel like, oh yeah, we ain't doing this. So I remember constantly just wanting to go out to eat, like by myself, but not really wanting to feel by myself or just whatever. And what's so crazy is because in the middle of grieving, like right after my dad passed, one of my little cousins, she just ran. I remember driving, I had to pull over, and she just randomly texted me. She was like, you know, it's okay to cry. We weren't even having a conversation.
How is she?
We're probably like a couple years apart. She's probably like 2-3 years younger than me. She literally I just got a text. I literally have to pull over, like, because why would you say that?
Yeah, you're gonna random text.
What? But what's even more crazy, because I just, you know me, I just believe in just divine timing and people and all of that is, she was the person to call me the night that my dad killed himself. And it was one of those calls where it's like, it's late. And we don't talk. We don't talk on the phone. So you calling me was like, huh? Like, what? So then I call back and she don't answer. And then I'm like, it's kind of late. Like, what if she's drunk, like at a party? Or I start going into thinking all this stuff. And I'm just like, that was weird. Like, why did you text me that? Or why did you call me? You're not answering, whatever. But really the background story of that is I was at home by myself, quote unquote. My boyfriend at the time was there, but he wasn't supposed to be there. But quote unquote, I was there by myself. And when my cousin got a hold of my mom basically was just like, you know, she's there by herself. Don't tell her anything. So I was the last person to find out. And like my mom left for the weekend. She pulled back up. First of all, I'm there with a nigga and I ain't supposed to be there. So I panicked. I'm like, get these niggas out of here. Like, I don't even know the serious thing. Like,
I'm in trouble at this point. Like,
my mom I'm panicking. I'm like, get them out. Like, get out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like,
right.
So then it's even more crazy because they all walk in serious. I'm like,
what's going on?
What? Yeah. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And she was like, everybody come in. I think I'm about to get socked in my chest right now because I'm in trouble. Yeah. Everybody come in the living room.
People
what? So like her, like, I don't know, like it was just so divine that she texted me at that time. Like it was probably like a couple of weeks later and just saying, I remember pulling over and just boo-hoo crying. Like, and it was just so crazy that this one little text made me feel like, you know, like you can't hold it in no more.
Yeah.
And I think just going back to what you said, it's more than having a safe space.
Yeah.
It's way deeper than that.
Yeah,
it's feeling safe.
Yeah, it is.
It's feeling like, okay, I can cry. Yeah. I can do this.
Yeah.
We could create the most comfortable space for anybody.
Yeah.
We can sit here and be like, everybody come cry. Let's kumbaya. 100%. But are we really going to do that?
Wow, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in moments, in the last podcast, I feel like I remember just saying like, you know, we fill ourselves up with emotions until we can't. It's
yes.
just, it's like now I'm just crying and I don't even know why.
Yeah.
Because girl, you've ignored it for so long.
Yeah. I mean, in my way of saying it, I mean, I think a lot of therapists can probably say the same thing, but I call it like the poke the bear method, poke the bear method, right? It's just like the same thing as like, yeah, if you continue to like have these like grievances and like people continue to say things and you don't say nothing about it and you're being passive and you don't address the issue. It's one thing that people are going to say something to you and it's going to pop you and now you explode. And it's like, it's just that one thing that they said that like literally like, made you explode. And now all of a sudden, you know, everybody's like going off on you. But it's like also too, when you think about the other things, like we're talking about this one layer of things, it's like, there's so many people that don't express the things that they're going through. And when I think about the Black man, they don't talk about a lot of different things, you know? And like for me, I have a lot of guy friends, right? You know, I grew up hooping and playing basketball and, you know, in my era, I can't say a lot about these other kids, you know, like y'all based on videographer and like see me work out and stuff. We was really on the blacktop. Knees hurt, tendonitis. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, when I'm thinking about that, like, I mean, I have a lot of guy friends, a lot of them, you know, being older than me. And, you know, when I'm talking, you know, shout out to my friend, Jason Brown. That's my guy. Like, that's really my best friend. You know, but like when he was talking about just like, I appreciate you talking about crying, you know, like he has been a man that literally has influenced my life and like has shaped my narrative about just in general about like how being a supportive person, like a Black woman to a Black man. And he has been someone who has been able to show me like a Black man that can actually be open, who can actually talk about his emotions, opposed to a Black man that really probably would be on the other side of that and probably is like negligent and not sharing those type of things. And you see what that can do. I mean, I see a lot of things about what that can do to people who don't share that until they're like, okay, yeah. Now you didn't see what that done. That looked like depression. That looked like anxiety. You know what I'm saying? That looked like mood disorders. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand like mood disorders can look like, you know, depression and bipolar, you know, and obviously that can be genetic and it can go down that.
No, for sure.
A lot of things, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, it's all about like people feeling safe. And if you as a person can be someone who can be a safe space, it's like, what does that look like for some people? And sometimes that means shutting the fuck up so people can listen. Excuse my language. But like at the end of the day, like it just really means like, can you really be present and can you really hear people? Because how many times have you been able to like really go to somebody and you express to you, maybe one of your homegirls and they be like, oh girl, you know, you'd be all right. Did you hear anything that I just said right now?
And I like that you said that. I started basically like if anybody hits me up like, hey, I just need to talk or whatever, I always start with, do you want to reply?
Yeah.
Do you want my thoughts?
Yeah. I like that.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes, how you're saying, sometimes I want to, if I hit you up, I don't want.
Yeah, you don't reply.
I don't really need your advice. I want your advice. I really don't care.
Yes, no, literally.
I do need to get it out, you know, and if this is a safe space, I just need to tell you what I need to tell you.
Yes.
You know, I genuinely don't care about how you feel about it. I'm telling you how I feel, and that's it. And I don't think a lot of people think like that. You know, a lot of people have a safe space and you say whatever, and then how you're saying, girl, you'll be okay. Now I'm more irritated. You really just pissed me off because am I going to be okay? And who are you to tell me I'm going to be okay? And now I'm mad that I opened up to you. And it kind of circles back to how men don't want to open up because of the reply.
Yes.
You know?
And the response and the reaction. And I mean, I just think about it like, you know, I get these Black men. You know, I think like not only as a therapist, but like I think about like all my guy friends that come to me and they're like, you know what she said to me? I'm like, excuse my mouth. I'm like, that bitch said what? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just sometimes I think like a lot of times people just be in their mode about like how they feel about how it's going to impact them and they don't think about how it's going to impact the
other
man.
person. Yeah.
And I know we're talking about the man, like, you know, and you say, yeah, it's the other person, but like, it's just, yeah, it's like that, you know, like even I didn't talk about gender, but yeah, like, stop thinking about just yourself for 1 second of a time, you know, like, because you know, as a therapist job, our job is to teach people how to use I statements. You know, I feel when you do X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's not to go in there because if I came in here and say, you know what, you like, you blah, 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 you do the X, Y, and Z, that's going to be annoying.
Yeah.
It's going to be annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to shut down. I'm not going to talk about that at all.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
It's annoying.
It is.
It's annoying. So I get that. I get what he was talking about.
No, for sure. I love that comment. And as we continue the podcast, we would love for everybody to keep commenting.
Please.
We see your comments. We love your comments. We love the feedback.
Even if it's a direct message. Let us know.
And that's fine. Like it, whatever. We really just enjoy getting the feedback, critique, whatever. Yeah, I be wanting to hear it all.
Yeah. Makes us better.
And saying that I was telling Risha for Men's Mental Health Month, I actually posted on Threads, and I chose Threads because it's a lot of random people. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but it's a lot of random people, so it's not just my friends list. Mm-hmm. And I had posted that I wanted to bless 5 men with some flowers. And I really didn't even think I was going to get like feedback for real, and it kind of low-key went up.
It went crazy.
And I love how you like commented on the crying part, because one of the guys, and when I sent flowers to somebody in Delaware, somebody in Colombia, and someone in LA. And it was just a super dope experience getting their feedback. One guy, he posted like the picture of the flowers of the video. He wrote these like a super long post, and it ended up going viral.
No.
And it was so interesting just to see like the feedback of the people.
This person was from where?
This one that posted, he was in Delaware. And then another guy posted, he was in Colombia.
Okay.
He posted a picture. He's just smiling with his flowers.
Aww.
And just super, super grateful. And he was just like, I haven't cried in a long time. And he was like, these really made me tear up. And it was so interesting to see the comments. Some people didn't like it, like, you trusted a stranger. But I feel like, literally, yes. I feel like that's the beauty in it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were just talking about, like, how crazy the world is. And I get it. Because if you ask me, I'm not giving my
my correct address. I get you.
But I loved one of the comments he wrote back, and he said, I prayed about it before I sent it to her, and God didn't say nothing was wrong here. And I really got them flowers, and I feel safe. And I went on there like, y'all ain't about to do nothing with this man's information, except maybe send him some more flowers just because he was so grateful.
Yeah.
But saying all that to say is that the gratefulness, I was really crying at the end of the day. Like, I'm so grateful that I could bless, these men. These men that trusted me, with their foundation. And loved it. So me and Risha was talking about it, and we want to continue that. So any men that would love to experience that, we're gonna pick 5 people and give away flowers. And comment a rose underneath our video that we are posting, and we are gonna pick 5 men, and we're gonna bless you guys with some flowers. Just an appreciation that you guys are still here. You guys are strong. Mm-hmm. You guys are loved. You guys are seen. You guys are heard.
You are important.
Yes.
We need y'all.
Absolutely.
We need y'all. I would not say this enough, but like, especially as a woman who is working just in residential care, and my facility is working with adolescent boys. Yes, I'm a female, and I know that I could do whatever I can, but like just having the presence of males, just in general. So I can't emphasize enough how important you guys are. Like, you guys are so important, and I think like just me and Lay, like, we really want to make sure that you guys are aware. Like, this is a forever thing. Like, we probably not even going to stop this. We want you guys to stay connected to us. We want you guys to stay in our comments. We want to stay with the feedback. We want to stay with whatever we can to continue to make this better as well. Like, we're not one that can't make corrections for ourselves. For sure. Like, we're not one of those types. So like, we want to send flowers. I mean, I'm a flower person. You're a flower person. Mm-hmm. We like plants.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so we want to continue to do that for people. So like men, like
absolutely.
Especially, like I like sunflowers. So don't be surprised if you get some sunflowers. I'm just saying. This episode is brought to you by Mental Wellness University Inc. Make sure that you add that to Mental Wellness University Inc. with the _ at Instagram, and just let you know this is not your average private practice. Okay. Come to me. I will help you preach healing in a different way. It's not your average type, okay? This therapy is unique. It's different. I meet you where you're at. You can find me. I'm licensed in California and Alaska, and 3 states are coming. Find me.
I can feel a vibe, hustle on the ride. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. All she want is time, all she want is time. Look me in my eyes, call me on my live. Lock the city down till the summertime. Time to slice these niggas up some humble pie. Caravan of foreigns, let my youngin' drive. Elevate my game for the 100th time.
Oh yes, I'll be telling everybody I know.